What is happening? I'm N64 Josh, and Nintendo just dropped a mini direct, and it was very mini, as in 8 minutes and 13 seconds mini, and there wasn't a whole lot of news. A few things that were out today. We're gonna just let it play in the background while we chat about this. I'm currently live, twitch.tv/N64Josh if you want to catch a live stream. And so I'm just going to start right off the bat and ask chat. Guys, just tell me what you thought. Be honest, all right? Be honest. Write down what you thought in chat there. I want to read your answers. Here's what I think we need to keep in mind is Nintendo, during their last shareholders meeting, said that they may be, I think it was a shareholders meeting, that they may be changing the way they bring game announcements. And they really do seem to be doing that. Like, we're getting just random tweets that will show up. We're getting, you know, the Paper Mario, it was like, it was marketed very, very well. And to me, it feels like, we were talking about this in Discord, it feels like they're really trying to give games a little bit more room during the 3 months of marketing them, and not having things overlap. And it seems to be the case even with these direct minis, that like there was like 4 games. There was DLC, there was a shooter, there was a wrestling game, and there was RPG. And then that was it. They didn't even give us the date for when the next one. They just said later this year. The strange thing that we're all kind of like, where's the holiday games from Nintendo? It's the 35th anniversary of the NES. It's the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers. What? And Paper Mario just dropped. So where's the information? Where's the news? Where's it at? So let's see. Let's go to chat real quick. Jay Harley says it was okay. I had no expectations going in. Cryptic says not good. Ganthit says nah. Rad Panda says sad. Music Man Todd says joke. Disturbed says disappointed and confused. Cryptic says change it back to the way it was. Solo something says went to the bathroom, then made a sandwich, missed the whole mini. It was so mini. Let's see here. Steel says, to be honest, it was what I thought it might be. It stinks, but yeah. Music Man Todd says bring back Reggie. Apple has no words. Spare Change says I don't even have Cadence of Hyrule. Keyblader says even though I had no expectations going in, I'm still disappointed. Yeah, it seems strange, and you know, chat has mentioned a few times that like the Summer of Games is happening. There may be some announcements today from IGN. I think, and we talked about this at length in the Discord last night. It got 2K dislikes in 30 seconds. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. What's happening? What seems to me is happening is that Nintendo came out of the they came out of the gates with the Switch with game after game after game, because the Wii U had 0 third-party support. There were some indies, but there was nothing from third parties, and Nintendo knew that they were going to have to pump out games in order to get this system to sell. So we spent the first 3 years with this system in like first party Nintendo heaven, basically, and now they've given third party developers enough time to get games out, to have games out on the Switch. And so it makes me think that maybe that's kind of what's happening. We're not seeing like, we know like EA, they had like what, 7 games coming to the Switch. We're seeing some Atlas games right here. We just saw that I assume, I don't even know who's making wrestling games anymore, but it's still very strange that we didn't see at least a hint at something. Now maybe it'll come later this week. We don't know. But anything else from chat here? Let's see. Hey, Wheatbird says, I always hold out for the big hook announcement at the end of these, but I'm not a Shin Megami Tensei fan, so it was a no for me, dog. Broken says Rogue Company seems like it could be fun. Let's see. Like a Novus Boxer that burned energy in the first 2 rounds. Yeah, and I mean, that's the other thing too, like, we know this series, the Shin Megami series on the 3DS, it's obviously done well. I'm not looking at the sales numbers, but I mean, it seemed like almost yearly we would see something from this series. And so it makes sense that we're going to start seeing it on the Switch. And now it's only these 4 games that are being talked about. It's not being overshadowed by, hey, the Mario collection is coming. You know, does it really overshadow it? I don't know. I don't know. I think if they had thrown something first party in with this, it would have been okay. I can see, like, in the past directs where it was like, here's 3 minutes about this game, 3 minutes about this game, 3 minutes about this game, and then, oh, here's this section of game, and we're going to give you all like 15 seconds to see each one of these. I feel like that's what's going away. Like, we're not going to see those games that just get overshadowed in those directs where it was like, why is this even here? We saw like 2 seconds of it. That's my only thought, is that they're just trying to get more sales for third parties. And I mean, we've also known Nintendo fans only want to buy Nintendo games. I think that's changed some, but that has been the case for quite some time. So Music Main tosses, I understand with the whole pandemic thing, it's causing more issues with development. But dang, all they have to do is tell us what is coming, right? Yeah. Britster says, I was not impressed. I just watched the video before coming in here. Apple says we have 2 Xbox events to look forward to. Steel Sand Gaming says there will be more info soon. I'm guessing they have to release holiday games. We all know that, right? Yeah, there's got to be the holiday games. So it's just very interesting, and it's so different from what we're used to. It's very different. The other thing we talked about last night while we were in Discord is, like, they also want to sell consoles, and there's no consoles on the shelves right now. Anytime they hit the shelves, they're gone immediately. And so that could factor in here, that it's like, hey, we want to announce a Mario game with Mario 6. If it is a collection, if that rumor is true, and it's a collection of Mario games, and if it's marketed well, that's a huge system seller. Because you'll have people, I mean, I've heard it many times already with the Switch, like, oh, I haven't bought a Nintendo system since the 64 or since the GameCube. And you put out Mario 64 and Sunshine, you better have consoles ready, because there's going to be a lot of people that want to jump back in for that. So, and it's even the kind of thing that gets announced and people go out and buy the console just so they can be ready for the game launch. Now maybe they do an NES special edition that would make sense. Some kind of limited edition Mario NES themed Switch. But even still, some people are just going to be like, I'm going to grab this Switch now that some of these games I grew up with are coming out on it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Frustrating, yeah? Carbon says, yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a bit of a dry spell with COVID. Steel agrees it could be that they need to ramp up consoles. And we also don't know, there's always the rumor of the Switch Pro coming out. So, and Cryptic says, what about the people that already have systems? I know, but at the end of the day, those people are probably already buying games, and I think those hardware numbers just guarantee more sales all around, right? So if they can make more money making sure that there's no games getting overshadowed, and that they can push the games, the marketing clearly, they're going to get more sales on that end from people that already do own the consoles. And then once the big announcements do drop, especially games that have a big nostalgia pull, those are going to sell more. And again, I'm just trying to figure this out, right? So Dax says, especially with so many Switch sales lately, it would be nice to know what other big games might be coming out that might convince those people that just bought them to hold on to them. Yeah, that's true too. But there is a massive library, and if you guys look at Nintendo's, if you're scrolling Twitter or scrolling any of your social medias, do you guys notice the marketing that Nintendo's doing right now? A lot of their marketing is pushing their vast library of games. You see commercials starting with Smash Bros, starting with Mario Maker, showcasing Animal Crossing, even Odyssey. You don't see as much Breath of the Wild now, but they're pushing the library. So it's just even Super Mario Party, right? Yeah. So Music Man Toss says, I don't see Nintendo not doing anything for the holidays, especially with new consoles coming out. Oh yeah, of course there's gonna be the games there. And we might see it, maybe we start seeing directs weekly. I mean, we don't know. I don't know why they don't at least give us a little more info. We're well over a month behind when we should have all of our announcements for the year. And they're just kind of, and maybe it has to do with the current state of the world as well. Maybe they're making sure that they have the exact dates. They don't like announcing, especially something big like a Mario Anniversary Collection, and then having to delay that due to current world circumstances. So I'm sure there's so many factors. As the gamer, especially as the Nintendo gamer, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. And yeah, some kind of news would be nice. What games are we? What Nintendo game are we buying in August? Or are we buying Legos? Is that what we're doing? Are we buying Legos in August? So, Dax says, even give us some teaser footage or something if they don't want to give us dates yet. Yep. So, Brister says, I like the idea that they had for this, but they need to give us just a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. Cryptic says it feels like the Wii and Wii U all over again. They seem to be changing that with the Switch, but it's just a weird time. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. The Wii had lots of third-party support. You even had Call of Duties, you had Maddens, you know, because that system was, they sold so many. It does feel like the Wii U a little bit, but the Wii U, they would say, hey, this is coming out, and then they would delay it, and then there was no other games, and it was just, that was the worst. That was the worst. At least we're still getting games this year. I mean, we've got Animal Crossing, we've got Paper Mario. There's still, and we've had some big third-party releases. BioShock Collection, Borderlands Collection, XCOM. I just saw Metro the other day while I was in there, or in GameStop. I mean, so there's still hey, thanks for the follow, Retro Ogre. So there's still a lot to play, but and maybe you guys agree with this, maybe you don't, but I feel like we all get more excited about the news about games and the hype and talking about new games, and then we never really complete them. You know, and so we're just like, we want to be hyped. Like, I missed those days in Discord where it was like, the Direct came out and it was like, there was like 1,000 new notifications when you opened it up, you know? So, there you go. Well, that's going to do it for this video. If you're here with me live, thank you guys. I appreciate every one of you. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know what you thought. What'd you think of the Direct? Were any of these games for you? Were you a little bit excited? I mean, Cadence looked, the DLC looks cool. It's getting looks like it's getting a physical. They showed the physical case. That's kind of cool. What'd you think about the other 3 games? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.